Hi, my name is Emily Bodkin, and on behalf of Lunenburg Public Access, I'd like to welcome the Lunenburg Skate Park to our studio today. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Aiden Moore.
And I'm Chris Roy.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about how you guys got started with the project?
This project got started in a school project called Genius Hour, which originated from Google, where Google gave their employees a day a week to work on anything they wanted, and then eventually they would present their ideas and maybe have a new product for Google. And our school took that and gave us an hour a week to work on something we wanted to study. And after toggling through a few ideas, we decided to build a skate park in our town. And we've been working on it ever since.
Excellent. So how long was the timeline for that? When did you guys get started?
We got started in Genius Hour last year, and we are hoping we will start building the park in March and end in June or July.
Where's the park being built? Do you know?
The park's being built behind our public library in the center of town and next to a playground that is used by many ages of people.
How did you guys pick the spot for that? Did you get a choice in where to put it?
We started out with a lot of different choices, and we made a slideshow that we presented in front of the selectmen. And they went through and they thought that the spot behind the library was the best and, just the best choice for where the park should go.
Nice. And do you have a projected number for how much the park is going to cost?
Yeah, we expect this park to cost about $400,000. It could cost more or less depending on how big we want the park to be.
Do you know how you're going to raise the money for that?
We have fundraising events booked from now till March when we're going to start building the park. And we were at Stillman's and we had our own little mini fair, and we're going to have a car wash this weekend. And we're also having a poker tournament and a bunch more fundraisers.
What has been your favorite fundraiser so far?
Probably our toll booth, which was one of our first fundraising events, where we earned just over $3,000, and we had fun with our friends standing outside in the center of town.
And describe the typical or ideal donor that you guys are hoping for.
Our typical donors is somebody who is giving us $50 to $100, and our ideal donor is somebody donating about $5,000 or even maybe our first $100,000 donor.
Great. Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk some more about the skate park, so we'll see you then. Hi, welcome back. I'm talking today with a few of the Lunenburg Skate Park members. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Mason Whitcomb.
And I'm Chris Roy.
So my next question is, what has been the biggest challenge you guys have had to overcome doing this?
For me, I think the biggest challenge has probably been staying motivated, because in such a long-term project, it's hard to be so enthusiastic about it 24/7, and especially when you don't have as much time for skateboarding anymore, which I found very recently. It's hard to really just focus in on one point in the project.
My greatest challenge has probably been picking up the phone to call a company and then them thinking it's a joke and saying no.
On that note, has there been any negative responses to the skate park for you guys?
I'd say very few responses compared to what I would consider normal, because we had a survey very early in the stage of this project, and of 400 responses, about 1% of them were negative, and one of them was a joke.
So I've heard you guys are involved with the Tony Hawk Foundation. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that partnership came about?
Yeah, so back in June, we applied for a grant that Tony Hawk was offering to local skate park committees like us. And so we just missed the deadline back in June, so we got pushed back to October. And so through further communications with them, we found ourselves eligible to get on their podcast that they create to help inform other people about skate parks, how to do it, and what's the proper way to do it. And so on October 10th, we have a conference call with them to talk to them more about how we're going to communicate and or how they're interested in donating us money.
Do you think that the local community in Lunenburg or surrounding towns, do you think that they're excited for the skate park to come about? Have you heard any buzz about that?
Definitely, I really do, because when we first started, everyone was like, "Oh, there's no way you guys are going to be able to do this." But now that they're like, "Wow, this is becoming a reality," so they're like, maybe once that gets built, I'll ride my bike there, learn how to scooter or skate, I just thought that was an awesome, positive response that we got.
Yeah, and I've had people come up to me in school bugging me about when it's going to be built, and I just get excited because we're still young and we're making a difference in our town.
You guys talked about the Genius Hour that you did that kind of inspired you to start this project, but why a skate park in Lunenburg?
And me and a few of my friends, we started skateboarding around the center of Lunenburg after school, and we found that oftentimes we were being asked to leave or telling us that it wasn't a very appropriate place to skate. And so often we found that a struggle when trying to progress in the sport that we all really loved. And so when Genius Hour came about, we were like, this is a great opportunity, and it's just hitting us in the face. So if we miss that, we can't have that happen.
Why do you think Lunenburg is a dangerous place to skate now?
So I think it's dangerous because of the way that people perceive us, almost. Because I think skateboarders have this long reputation of being these dangerous people who do terrible things. But that's really not like that anymore. We're real people, and it's just like any other sport, but more individualized.
Is there anything you want to say to encourage people to skate out there? Any benefits that you like about the sport itself?
Besides from physical benefits and getting away from your phone all the time, I think it really teaches patience and all the necessary skills to be successful in any sort of way, because you might be trying to land that kickflip for like 5 hours at a time and you just can't get it. So you really need to keep persisting for it.
And how long have you guys been skating?
I've been skating consistently for about a year now, but it was on and off before that.
How about you, Chris?
I've been skating for maybe like 2 months. I haven't been trying to learn new tricks that often though.
Great. And then lastly, why do you think people in the area are now excited about the skate park?
I think people are very excited about this because they want a safe place for their children to be able to bike, scooter, skateboard, or just have fun with their friends at a certain environment.
And thank you for coming into the studio today and talking to us. Hi, welcome back. I'm talking to the Lunenburg Skate Park crew today. And do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Griffin Cayoza.
I'm Aiden Swift.
And what's your history with skating? Why did this inspire you guys to build a skate park?
I've actually pretty new to skating. I've only skated for a few months now. I transferred to scootering for a little bit, and I tried biking, and now I'm back to scootering.
How about you, Griffin?
After like a solid 6 months of trying to learn how to skateboard and getting frequently kicked out of the local skate spots, it just got to the point where it was frustrating, where we had nowhere to go. So we finally decided to sit down and build a skate park.
How long have you guys been planning the skate park, like start to now?
It's been around maybe a couple months, 6-7 months, and yeah.
Excellent. And you came before the selectmen in June, was it?
Yes.
June.
We've actually been doing monthly updates every first week per month, and I think we've done 2 now.
How does that feel to present your plans in front of the selectmen and the town when it's televised?
Well, when we first started, it was a bit nerve-wracking. We practiced for weeks on end. Every Genius Hour, we used to go to a quiet room and just practice our slide deck. But now it's gotten pretty easy.
Great. Lots of practice, I'm sure.
Yes.
And how do you see Lunenburg's future impacted by this park?
I think the park will have a very positive impact on Lunenburg. I think it'll draw kids away from technology in the next upcoming years. Like, instead of playing on their phones, they can go and very easily get to the skate park in the center of town instead of just playing on technology.
So, what have the personal benefits been for you guys since you've started skating?
For me, it drawn me away from playing Xbox all day. I learned a lot of self-confidence and how to talk to people I didn't know.
How about you, Griffin?
I agree. It's drawn me away from playing on technology all the time and getting outside and staying fit.
And so you guys have a public forum coming up in the future. What do you expect to hear from the town, and what do you think you'll have to clear up for them?
Hopefully we get a lot of support on that, like the survey. We're hoping to set out our designs to the community once we've got them ready. And yeah.
Excellent. Do you guys want to talk about the Tony Hawk Foundation and what you guys have coming up about that? I heard it's something exciting.
So we have a phone interview with the Tony Hawk Foundation on October 10th to talk and see if we'd be a good fit for a podcast. And you can check out the Tony Hawk podcast if you just look up Tony Hawk podcast online. There are 30. We personally, as the skate park committee, have listened to most of them, and we've gained a lot of knowledge from them.
So what have you guys learned from this experience of having to plan for this and speaking with the Board of Selectmen and other boards in town?
We learned that there's so much more to be behind building a skate park than we actually thought there would be. We started out in Genius Hour thinking it was just going to be a walk in the park, like 2 or 3 months, just fundraising and building, and we quickly learned that there's a lot more behind it.
And what challenges have you guys personally faced with this whole process?
Mostly trying to get donations from people. Some people just turn down accepting a simple flyer, and some take it but then don't do anything with it.
Great. Well, where can people find you guys if they're interested in donating or just looking into this?
You can find our GoFundMe and a bunch of information about us at www.lunenburgskatepark.org, or you can go to our Facebook site, which is Facebook/Lunenburg Skate Park.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for joining us today at the studio. We wish you the best of luck on this
Thank you.
endeavor. And that's about it.